Hello, guys.
Hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's been a month, Jeff, since we left the Philippines
I know, my
without
gosh.
our children. How are you
Yeah.
feeling?
Missing my children, our children.
Yes. Wow, it went really quick, baby.
Yeah, but we didn't expect to be here. Like, we thought we'd be going home by now.
Right. But since a lot of you are still confused of what's going on, we're just gonna do a live update.
Yep.
So, last March, we went back to the Philippines for good,
Mm-hmm.
and then we moved there for good. Like we're living there now, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
The end of March,
something happened.
we got the results from my MRI that my doctor had scheduled for my prostate. And that was based on the need because of my PSA being 7.3, which was a little high. It's normally 4 or below. So we went to see a urologist in St. Nicholas, who was really great, and he was a great doctor. Unfortunately, they didn't have the equipment necessary to do the work, so we would have had to gone to Manila, and it was about $3,500. So just to do the biopsy. But looking back, we would have had it done probably like 3 weeks ago at least.
Well, that's why we decided to come back here. So first thing, we don't have insurance in the Philippines that will cover Jeff's medication if ever, it gets worse. So we decided to just come back here in the U.S. since we have coverage here.
Right.
At least we'll just be paying probably just the copay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why we came back here, and the reason why we did not take our daughters with us is because we live in the Philippines now.
It's our
So
home.
we rented our house in the Philippines. Here in the U.S.
In Ocala, Florida.
In Ocala, Florida, prior to moving back to the Philippines.
Right.
So there's no
We
option.
we can't live
Yeah,
there.
there's no option for us to live in that house because
Right.
there are tenants already, and they will be staying there for a year until next year of July or June, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And like we don't know as to when or as to how long we're gonna be staying here.
Right.
So fast forward, it's been a month. So Jeffrey is scheduled for his prostate biopsy on July 1st in Cleveland Clinic, and then after 7 days, hopefully we'll be able to get the results. And then hopefully it's favorable. It's in
Yeah.
our favor. We're praying to God.
Right.
It's gonna be all negative, so we can just go back home. And like you're asking us as to when are we going home.
That's the general plan for now until
Yeah.
we find the results out.
So we don't
So
know as
we
to when
don't
we're
know.
going home. So we have to wait until we get the results of his biopsy.
Yep.
And if it happens that he needs a treatment, then we have to decide as
What kind of treatment
kind of
it's going to
treatment?
be, whether they're going to surgically remove the prostate altogether, whether they're going to do radiation, or if they're going to do chemo or some combination, or we don't know.
Yeah,
so,
we don't know. So how are we feeling? How are you, baby?
Oh. No, actually, I don't have any major symptoms. So.
Which is thank God.
Yeah, and I just went through a colonoscopy,
And everything.
and it was great.
Yeah,
So,
tell them that they took 2 polyps out.
they found 2 polyps. They removed them. They're both benign, which is even better than normal.
Yeah,
so-
because that was one of Jeff's concern that his prostate is
touching.
touching his colon. So
Yeah, so I have
yeah.
issues with my colon already. So
Yeah, so since he had 2 lesions and outside his prostate, he was so concerned that if he does have a cancer, that
Spread.
it will spread out. So
Right.
at least we were able to clear that out, and yeah, nothing is
so
going
right
on.
now it's all it's bright.
Right,
So even if I do have some issue, it looks like it'll be minimal.
just yeah,
So at this point we're
optimistic.
optimistic somewhat.
So
It's just a time frame.
well, so you answered that you have no symptoms, right? So
Yes.
oh, so the reason why he went to get his MRI is because of his elevated PSA. So, but prior to getting his MRI, he doesn't have any symptoms that, that prompt us to get an MRI. It's just because of the PSA. And then
Yep.
even now, the only thing that we noticed that have changed is his peeing frequently now compared to before. Like when we were traveling to Florida to here because we drove, so it was like an 18-hour drive. We have to
Like
constantly
18 stops.
Yeah, we have to constantly stop just for him to go to the bathroom. But they say it's a lot better than not peeing at all. So there's some of our friends that if he cannot pee, then that should be the time that you really get concerned. He doesn't have any blood in his pee
That we
or
know of, yeah.
anything.
So far it's good.
So
yeah.
far it's great. So
We just had a urinalysis test at Cleveland Clinic and
it
went
was
well.
good. So we
Yeah.
just have to wait until we get the results of the prostate biopsy and we go from there.
Yeah, there was one thing that was elevated, but I forgot which one. But anyway, it's not anything major. So, and our doctor's great. He's got super great ratings. Cleveland Clinic is a well-known hospital around the world. They even have an office in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a very well-known and highly ranked hospital.
So we hope
Yeah.
we get you in the loop as of now.
And the reason we're not at Ohio State is because we're scheduled for July 12th.
And we did not cancel that.
Yeah, we didn't cancel it just in case something happens. So,
Oh,
the
yeah.
only- Go ahead.
No, so that's also one of the reasons why we came back here. We thought it's gonna be more, it's gonna be faster for him to get his prostate biopsy, but it turned out that we had to wait 5 weeks to get his prostate biopsy at the highest state.
Right.
So then one of our friends decided
Wait
to.
a second.
There's a plane. We were outside the house of my
sister's house.
sister, which she's been so amazing,
Yes, she took us out for lunch today.
like almost every day.
Yeah.
So we cannot like thank her enough for
Yeah, it's
doing.
putting us up.
Yeah, putting us up. So yeah,
So,
go ahead, Vivi.
No,
The
that's
Ohio
it.
State, you said.
no, just that we wanted to go to Ohio State because my regular doctors are there and they're really great. But unfortunately, there's a huge backlog at Ohio State especially they even have a brand new building just for
MRI. Biopsy.
prostate.
Prostate biopsy.
Yeah, so I mean it's kind of like wow, they are so far backed up.
So we still have his schedule there though. It's July 12th.
Yes.
But since one of our friends decided to like, hey, why don't you go try Cleveland Clinic? You know, they got my daughter like within 1 week, so that's why the reason why we went there, and she was right.
Yep. And she's a follower, and we're so grateful to
Yeah.
her. It was a great suggestion. Actually, Cleveland
Terry,
Clinic's
yeah.
#1 hospital in the state of Ohio and one of the top 10 in the country. So
Yeah. And Maria and Olivia are doing great so far. Like, you know, Olivia is too young to know what's going on. When we call her, she says hi, then goodbye.
Yeah.
And with Maria, you know, Maria is, I think she's mature actually at her age. She's handling it better than we thought she would be. We thought she would be like crying, because I even asked my mom, like, you know, how's Maria, mom? Like, you know, I was like kind of like wanting for her to be crying, that, you know, she misses us, blah blah blah. But according to my mom, no, she wasn't. She's actually not crying, because, you know, if my mom and my dad lived with us for 13 months, right? So
in the U.S.
here in the U.S. So whenever we go out, we leave them with them. So she said we're not even that far away, and then Maria will be like, you know, Maria would be like looking for us to start crying, and she would like, hey, call my dad, go, you know, where are they, when are they coming back? And she said there's no incident that's going on like that now that they're in the Philippines, because I think she's too occupied to even think about the fact that we're not there.
Right.
But sometimes, you know, I think it's just normal that she doesn't want to talk to us.
She gets upset.
She gets upset because she was feeling left behind. So yeah, that's about it. But they're in great hands. They're with our family in the Philippines, and hopefully we'll get to smooth out everything and have a plan after his prostate biopsy and we get the results.
Yep.
Anyway,
So that's our update.
that's our update,
We'll
guys.
keep you posted.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.